Today we're going to add faces to each of these boxes in this Day of Dialogue poster and then change the color of the complexion. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is unlock the background by double clicking. I'm going to press OK. Next I'm going to use the magic wand and I'm going to click on the interior of these and I'm going to press Control D to deselect. I'm going to do the rest in a moment, but you'll see why I'm holding off just now. So here I've got Jesus. I'm going to click, I'm going to drag his image in. I am of course going to drag the Day of Dialogue layer on top. It should always be the top layer. Next I'm going to press Control T and I can see that this image is really big, so I'm going to use the paperclip and shrink it down. Well, that looks perfect right there. You notice that it's going to take some experimentation. So next I'm going to use the marquee tool. I'm going to go around the edge. I'm going to press Control Shift I, which selects the outside. It inverts the selection. I'm going to press Delete, and now it's just this. Next step, this is new. I'm going to click and hold on layer 1 and drag it to the new layer icon, and when I do that it creates a copy. So now layer 1 is on top, and we're going to want to keep the original one as a backup just in case, and you'll see what I mean. I'm going to zoom into 100%. I'm on the top layer. I'm on layer 1. I'm going to use the magnetic lasso, and I'll zoom in for this. I would encourage you to do the same. And you know what? I'm not going to want to go around his clothes. I'm going to want to go around just the outside of his face. If you need to get some of the hair, that's okay. And you'll see why. Great. So I'm going to press Control U. I'll change the hue. I think it looks pretty good like that. If you want to increase the saturation, be my guest, just do it a little. Don't do it any more than, say, 10. So I'm going to press OK. I'm going to press Control D. And that looks really, really good. You can see that some of the edge of the green isn't selected, so I'm going to press Control D to deselect, and I'm going to zoom in. I'm using the magnetic lasso, so I'm going to click on the Add To. This is the Add To selection, and I'm just going over it. And that's much better. Okay, so again, I'm going to press Control U, change the selection. I think he looks pretty good right there. I'm going to press Control D to deselect. I'm going to use the magic wand. Now I'm going to click on the green on the background. I'm going to press Shift to select some more. I'm going to use now the paint bucket because I can see that the foreground is black, and I'm going to click. That looks pretty good right there. I'm going to give him, the black background. I'm going to use the paintbrush to get rid of some of this green on the outside. Okay, you're going to do that 6 times, but if you have a photograph with multiple people that you want to include, I'm going to show you a method to sort of bridge or merge 2 of these caption boxes, or 2 of these boxes. I'm going to use the marquee tool. I'm going to click on the Day of Dialogue poster layer. I'm going to click and drag like so using the marquee. I'm going to press Control C, Control V, and so see, now I have this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge it just like this. And I'm going to zoom in and I can see that's perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I see layer 2 right over the Day of Dialogue poster. I'm going to press Control E. And when you press Control E, you can merge the 2 layers. Now I'm going to press the magic wand. I'm going to press Delete, Delete, and I'll finish off that one. And I'm going to open up this image. I'm going to grab these guys. Press Control D, Day of Dialogue layer on top. Clearly this is too big. I'm going to press Control T. I'm going to shrink it down to 33. A little too small. Let's make it 55. Let's try 50. Now, I like that right there. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to again use the marquee tool, and I can see that part of this image is covering Jesus's, as well as it bleeds over to the other boxes. I'm going to press Control-Shift-I to invert the selection. I'm going to press Delete, and it's gone. Great. Okay. Again, I'm going to click and hold Layer 2, the one of these ladies. I'm going to click and drag it down to the Create New Layer icon, and then we've got a copy. Again, click and drag it, and we've got a copy. So here's a better example of why we want this backup. So I'm going to use the magnetic lasso. I'm going to go along the edge, and I'm not doing the best job, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, I'm going to press Control U, and I kind of like that right there, so I'm going to press OK. And so her face looks great, but I can see that her hair, it doesn't match over quite so well. So if I use the eraser tool and bring the hardness down to 1% or so, we can do that, make it soft. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make the hardness 100%. And when I do that, it's much easier to delete, and we've got the original hair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and again I'm going to bring the hardness down. I'm going to reduce the diameter, and I'm using this soft eraser tool, and what it's doing is it's erasing away this top layer. And the reason it's doing it is because you want the original hair file beneath it. So that this is what the top layer looks like, and what we can see is the original layer, the hair, is coming straight through, so it looks natural. Next, and finally, what I'm going to do is use the magnetic lasso. I've got the Add to selection highlighted, so I'm going to go very quick. And again, I'm on the top layer. If I need to make changes, I can do that by deleting through. I'm going to, because I'm using the Add to icon with the magnetic lasso, we can have multiple selections. I'm going to press Control U, and let's see, let's go this way. I'm going to press Control D to deselect. Again, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to use the eraser tool, and I'm erasing away that sort of green hair like that. So, all right. So, what color are you? Let's end racism.